Afternoon, everybody. This is Gay Polk-Payton, and I'm coming. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Hold on. I'm coming to you live with Gay's PSA via Facebook Live. Y'all, I get inbox messages about different topics that people want me to discuss, and right now, today's topic is how to handle yourself when you move to a new town and you don't know anybody, you don't have any friends there, you don't have any family there. What do you do? How do you handle a situation like that? I mean, and it's hard for some people because some people lack basic social skills, but you know, some people are like me. I'm like a little social butterfly. I make friends everywhere I go. Like when I was in high school, my teachers would try to move me, you know, because I was, you know, being bad and talk too much or whatever. And they would move me to the other side of the room, and I just make friends with the kids on the other side of the room. Like, moving me is not gonna help your plight in life and keeping this room orderly, because it ain't gonna work, because I'm still gonna be talking to whoever is available. I'm gonna find something in common with whoever is available and talk to them and make conversation. But you know, it's just like everybody does not have that capability. I'm just one of those people. I can find something in common with anybody, you know, all the way from a homeless person to a gazillionaire to the president. I can find something in common and hold a conversation with absolutely anybody. So but for people who don't have that capability and they don't know how to, you know, form conversations with people, you have to show yourself as friendly. That's the first thing you have to do. You know, you can't be overly friendly. You can't be anxious and needy and, you know, like you trying to latch on to everybody that comes along. You want to be friends with everybody and you just doing everything that everybody wants you to do because you just want to go along and get along. You can't do that. You got to maintain your individuality and be your own person. But at the same time, you have to show yourself friendly. You can't be standoffish and rude and, you know, like when people try to talk to you, all mousy and carrying on. You can't do that. But, you know, you got to be your own person. You can't try to get along. Like, for instance, if somebody, and you're working with somebody, you go to a new workplace, it's going to always be some messy people on your job. And they're going to be trying to get you involved in the mess so that the new person can be the troublemaker instead of them. Okay? So don't get involved with that. If they dogging the boss out to you, you know, go find you somebody else to talk to. Get out of that conversation. If somebody comes to you talking politics on the job, walk away. I'm just telling you, because these are how you avoid pitfalls in new environments, because you don't want to be known as that troublemaker. You the new person on the block. You don't want to be known as a troublemaker. So don't talk politics at work. Don't be dissing the boss to people at work, because you don't know them people like that. You know, the person who comes to you talking about the boss might be the boss's daughter trying to get you to come talk about the boss so she can go back and tell the boss what you said. And then you out of a job. You done moved all your stuff to a new town and you out of a job already. You ain't been there for 2 weeks. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to get along with people and try to formulate relationships based on foolishness. Find relationships and make relationships, but make them based on common interests. Don't try to go along just to get along. Also, in social settings, you know, sometimes it might be easier if you're a member of a sorority or a fraternity. You know, you can find your frat brothers, you can find your sorority sisters, and that will help you to formulate some relationships. You may know somebody from your home church who knew somebody at the church, that you may think about going to a church where somebody knows somebody who knows you. You know, that may be the way that you can form some relationships. Churches are always a good way to find fellowship, but it's messy folk in the church too. There's messy folks in the church, messy folks in the choir. You know, if you join the choir, you know, so that you can form some kind of camaraderie with people who love to sing like you love to sing, it's going to be people in the choir who don't like the worship pastor, and they're going to be talking about the worship pastor to you and telling you that you know so-and-so in the tenor section sleeping with that soprano. Back away. Run. If you got people who coming up to you with mess, the first time they meet you, that means they are full of mess and they don't have anything else to bring to the relationship other than mess. So just avoid those type people. Stay away from those kind of people, because if you come to me talking noise and mess, I'm gonna know you messy. Especially if you just met me and you already whispering in my ear talking about people. You don't know my relationship to that person. That could be my brother. That could be my second cousin twice removed on my dad's side. You don't know who that is, and you coming over there talking noise. That shows that you're just messy. Stay away from those kinds of people and avoid those kind of people. The third thing you want to avoid when you go to a new place, and there's really no delicate way for me to put this, and I don't have a lot of time, because we're going, me and some of my colleagues, we're going to the movies. They haven't seen Girls Trip. I've seen it twice, but we're going to the movies, so I got to go and meet them in just a few minutes. So I only got like 5 more minutes to talk. I'm going to give them shout outs, and then I'm going to go. But the third and most important thing, well, I don't know if it's the most important, but it's one of the most important. I think they're all equally important. To avoid messy people, don't talk politics on your job, and just don't try to go along just to get along. But the next thing you want to make sure that you always try to do is to do not form intimate connections with people in the workplace. Don't form intimate connections with people that you meet at church. Don't form no intimate connections with nobody until you've been there for a long time. Because I'm gonna tell you what happens. You go to a new place. You've never been there before. You know, you go to the gym. I mean, that's another place you can meet nice people, is at the gym. You ain't gonna meet me at the gym because I don't talk to people at the gym. I come in with my Beats by Dre, my wireless Beat by Dre in my ears when I walk in the door. I don't know how to talk to the man. I'm going to the staff master. I ain't got no business with you. I got a meeting with the staff master. Me and the staff master got to talk about these thick thighs and what we're gonna do to help this situation get better. So, but for instance, you meet somebody at the gym and you think she's cute and you start talking to her, and then, you know, but you've been in town for probably about 6 months, and you meet her and you just, oh my gosh, she's wonderful. She just the best thing since sliced cheese, catch of the year. Just like, oh, I need to get to know her better. I want to take it to another level with her. But she starts asking you questions and talking to you, and then she tells some of her friends about you, and she finds out that you've been running through the neighborhood. It's just like you've been dating every woman. You've been lighting on every pretty, you like a bumblebee, lighting on every pretty flower that you see. And so your opportunity with the girl that you met that you really, really like, you have lost the opportunity to spend time with her, because now she knows that, you know, you got a sample platter of women. You just running through the neighborhood and you just like a little busy bumblebee lighting on every pretty flower in the neighborhood. So you have blown your opportunity to get to know her better. So, you know, take time and see what's out there. Don't just start going to the clubs and, you know, and sleeping with everybody that you meet and just, you know, being a bumblebee lighting on every pretty flower. Ladies, don't do that. That is not how to form meaningful connections with people. That's not how you do it. That's how you get a name as a scallywag. The new girl is a scallywag. Have you met her? Yeah, well, she done slept with Mike, Steve, and Ricky. She a scallywag. I mean, it's just like, don't do that. Don't go to a new town trying to make a place for yourself by doing things that are going to alienate you from other people. And I'm telling you, if you go in, you know, whining and complaining on the job, talking about how the boss ain't treating you right, talking about politics, choosing a side, you don't need to choose no side on your job. You can go in that voting box. I go in that voting box and I make my choice privately. But I'm not going to talk politics with nobody, because if you want to talk politics, religion, you know, that's how you alienate people. That's how you ostracize people. I have so many friends that don't believe what I believe. Spiritually, they don't believe what I believe. Politically, they don't believe what I believe as far as the best way to run this country, the best way to run our society, the best way to deal with homelessness, the best way to deal with education. They don't agree with me on those things. But you know what? They don't even know they don't agree with me. Because I don't talk politics with people. Because I just don't like opening that door of drama. I just don't do it, especially not in the workplace. You would never get anywhere by talking politics on your job, by dissing the boss on your job, thinking that you found somebody who you can talk to about your grievances on the job, and then as soon as the boss find out what's going on, that person will throw you directly under the bus and roll over your head while they ride off into the sunset with the boss, getting the promotion that you should have got, but you didn't get because you showed yourself to be a disgruntled employee, talking to everybody who would listen about how much you hated the boss and what he was doing. And the last thing I told y'all to remember is to make sure that you don't go in there trying to make new friends by sleeping with everybody in the new town that you go to. That is not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. If you go to the church, don't find no mess. Don't find no mess at the church. Don't avoid the messy people. It's messy people everywhere. Avoid messy people on your job. Avoid messy people at your church. Avoid people who talk too much at the gym. Because if they came to the gym to work out, then they wouldn't even have that much to say because they tired. They ain't got that much air left because they working out. They doing what they supposed to be doing at the gym. People who stand around the gym and don't do nothing but talk and drink coffee. You could have just skipped this step and went on over to Krispy Krispy Kreme. What you wasting my time for? Get on away from around here. Nobody got time for that. So when you go to a new place, places that you can go, that you can form meaningful connections, is people on your job. But you have to be very, very careful with that and make sure that somebody is not trying to, you know, get in where they fit in so that they can undermine you and throw you under the bus when the time is right strategically. You can go to church, but make sure that you avoid messy people. If somebody is talking about somebody to you, then they're going to talk about you to somebody else. Believe that. You can believe it if you want to. You ain't got to believe. I ain't telling what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Believe that. Avoid that. Go to the gym. You may meet somebody. You may want to have a workout partner and find somebody that works out the same way you do, the same time you do. You want to form a relationship that way, work out. But make sure that you do not form intimate connections with people that you don't know. And you just going into a new town, you don't know nobody, and you think it ain't going to get out. But sooner or later, you're going to sleep with somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And then you're going to be the either the town harlot or the town pimp. You don't want to be either one of those. Trust and believe. You do not want to be either one of those. So that's how you can form meaningful connections when you go to a new town. If you have any questions about that, or if you got anything you want me to talk about on the show, please feel free to inbox me and let me know what you want to talk about. I'm going to give y'all some shout outs, and then I really, really, really got to go. I'm so late. Okay, I got to go. Hey, Angela, Lanita, Dre, Jeannie, Brandy, Warren, Tina, how you doing? Denise, Twyla, Doc, Craig, Aquanetta, Tony, Chelsea, Nikki, Corey, Patricia, Nicole, Ellen, Patrick, Felicia, Kimberly, Demetra. Dre said avoid politics at all costs, and that's real talk. That is real. And Denise says she worked with some messy Marys and some petty LaBelles, and she stays away from them. She just moved to Miami, I think a little over a year ago, and she said she met one woman that she has a few things in common with. But you have to really, really filter through those people and make sure that they don't have you in the middle of some foolishness, because they will. Hey, Chris. Hey, Michael. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Natty, Patricia, Alicia, Annette. Y'all, I really, really gotta go. I'm sorry that this is so quick and this is so long. I hope y'all got a meaningful understanding of what I'm trying to say, and I'm really, really trying to help you, because I have seen people fall into these traps when they move to a new place. So make sure that you're not a victim of those circumstances, okay? I hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.